On a wet and windy Friday evening here in October, welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium for high school football action. This matchup will be contested between the North Quincy Red Raiders and the Nauset Warriors. Welcome everyone, my name is Jonathan Caleri. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons. And Jim, we opened up with a shot of the American flag here at the stadium. As you can see, it's extremely windy and a wind advisory is in effect here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. It's October 20th, and it is a relatively warm evening. A lot of folks out here in shirt sleeves. You'll see the game officials in shirt sleeves. But as John said, the flag, we're not just looking at the flag tonight. We're watching the flagpole as well. That is swaying back and forth. Now, John, I don't know if you want to go right down to the field to Matt or not as part of our preview, but we have our field guy, Matt McLaughlin, down on the sidelines. He'll be joining us tonight. And
yeah, why don't we send it down to Matt McLaughlin on the sidelines. Matt, take it away.
How's it going, guys? You might want to also be aware of me, see if I'm blowing around down here. I'm down here in the field right now. The conditions are terrible. Thank God we have this brand new turf here. It gives a little bit of a give, but as you walk, a little bit of a squishy feeling going on. As you mentioned, down here field, looking at the trees swaying, North Quincy just taking the field right now. Both teams 0-6. Maybe the bad weather will have something to change in the schedule for them.
All right, Matt, thanks. We'll be going down to you routinely through the game. As you can see on our camera right now, the cover for the camera was getting blown off there just at one point, and Grace Busher, on top of her game, was able to recover. Real quickly, though, Jim, we're going to go down to the field for the coin toss.
It's a head, tail, and a head. I'm going to toss it in the air. If it falls, we'll do it again. But you call it when it's in the air. Set. Tails. Calls it tail, tails. And it's a head. It's a head. Okay, you win.
We'll defer. Defer to the second half.
You're going to defer. Quincy won the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. Your choice. Okay, where do you want to kick from?
Okay, so North Quincy has won the toss, Jim, and they have deferred to the second half. And North Quincy's going to defend the north end zone. Nauset will receive, defending the south end zone. So we're almost underway here for this game. Real quick, a preview of this game as we still try to get our camera covers set and ready to go here again on this windy Friday evening. North Quincy comes in with a record of 0-6, 0-4 in the Atlantic Coast League. Nauset comes in 0-5, also 0-4 in the Atlantic Coast League. North Quincy's last game was a tough one. They lost 17-14 at Dennis Yarmouth. Quarterback Sean McBrien had a great game for the Red Raiders. He threw 2 touchdown passes, one to Dennis Martin and the other to Adam Tregellis. We'll come back with a preview of Nauset after the national anthem. The combined band of the Quincy North Quincy High School bands, a great rendition there, Jim, of our national anthem. And Jim, we did just talk about North Quincy coming in last week from a tough loss against Dennis Yarmouth. Last week, Nauset, they had an extremely tough game and a tough loss against Falmouth. They lost 34-7.
Yeah, first-year coach Dave Dykeman faces the same dilemma as Coach Connor. He came in and took over a program that did not have a win last year and also was faced with a problem in terms of getting bodies out for the program. Coach Dykeman was pleased with the turnout this year, feels he's got some talent to work with, but he's got to put a new offense in. He was looking to have kind of a wide open system is what he was hoping to start out with this season, but they've had a couple of injuries and a couple of key guys got out. So we'll see what they come out with tonight, John. They lack depth, a problem that has dogged North Quincy, particularly in line play this year. So it's going to be an interesting night, John, because with the weather conditions as they are, the ground games and special teams disciplined. Who doesn't make mistakes tonight? Those are the things that are going to determine the outcome.
All right, we are getting ready for our kickoff here. Doing the kicking for North Quincy will be number 37, Dave Guerriero.
Dave's one of the big guys on this North program, John. He's a senior, a captain, and he's setting the ball on the tee now, and Dave will not walk off this field until he's been out there for 44 minutes. One of the guys is in the senior class is really trying to lead this program in the right direction.
All right, so this game is underway here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. North Quincy looking for the first win, and Guerriero's going to have a short kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line by the Warriors. Play is coming across the 35, and he's going to go up now to about the 39-yard line. That's where the Warriors will take over on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, smart decision by Guerriero. The wind is a little bit of a swirling wind tonight, and with this new surface, one of the things that the coaches are trying to take advantage of, we've seen that with teams so far this year, is a squib kick. You can get a lot of run with it, and Guerriero took advantage. What you're essentially avoiding, John, is the big play. Nauset's going to start with a reasonable field position, but no big play there on special teams. That was the key there.
All right, Nauset's going to come out. A man does go in motion, and it goes on to the other side for the tight end. Be a handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the North Quincy line. We'll talk about these boys as the night progresses, but they're very aggressive. The one thing is, because many of them go both ways and they're out there the whole night, they tend to wear down. So that's the one issue that Coach Connor's been working on, trying to develop some depth, particularly in the line play.
The Warriors are led by their junior quarterback, Connor Seymour. 2nd down and 7 now for the Warriors. Just on the way here at the stadium. I formation for the Warriors. Man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to the man who went in motion, coming across to the 40. And nice pursuit by Terrence Sibley there for the Red Raiders. On the carry for Nauset was, let's see, it's number 81, Callum Jamil.
Yeah, Sibley was out there, and also out there on the tackle, Dave Thompson, the junior. Those are 2 names we talked about a lot during our first coverage of North Quincy this year. Thompson, the junior, real scrappy guy, first guy down the field on special teams. He came all the way across on the left side there to make that tackle. Great pursuit by Thompson. Sibley as well, another great hitter. He wrapped up the running back there on that play. And now Nauset's looking at a 3rd and 6, John. In addition, John, they're looking at punting the ball into the wind. So North Quincy holds here. Going to be great field position.
All right, so Nauset comes out, 2 receivers to the left of Connor. Single man in the backfield. Mike Quill goes in motion. Connor passes, and it is broken up there. Nice job by number 26 for North Quincy. Ephraim Melendez.
Yeah, Ephraim Melendez on the coverage, and the other name there, Terrence Sibley, the guy we're going to talk about a lot tonight. They were both right there. Super job by the linebackers of dropping back in coverage. And that's a big stop for the Red Raiders, John. This is what you want to see North Quincy do, is come out and establish early here. Nauset took the long bus ride up for the game. We talk about that a lot in this league. And we want to see the Red Raiders jump out on these kids before the blood gets flowing.
Mike Quill will be doing the kicking now for the Warriors. 4th down and 6. Ball at the 43.
Got Thompson and Tregellis back. And the kick's heading Tregellis' way. It's actually going to go out of bounds, John, at about the 32.
Yeah, you could see how that wind killed that ball, Jim. It went up in the air and came down immediately and also brought it down towards the sideline. So the referee spots the ball at the 32-yard line, and that's when North Quincy will take over. And senior quarterback Sean McBride will lead this Red Raider squad.
Yeah, a very experienced player, Sean McBride. He had a nice year last year for the Red Raiders. He's Got Dave Guerriero to throw the ball to. Got a couple of other receivers that he can work with. But tonight, I think the story is going to be the running game. Early on, we might see them go a little bit to the air. But we're supposed to have tough wind conditions after 8 p.m. tonight, John. They're already taking the flag down. They're over in the corner taking the flag down due to the weather conditions tonight.
The wind is going with the Red Raiders right now, James. Like you said, we might see them throw the ball a little. They're going to hand off to Terrence Sibley. He gets outside. He crosses the 50-yard line. Sibley with open space. Crosses the 30 now. And toward the 20. Still on his feet, Jim. And he's going to go for the touchdown.
By Sibley.
A 68-yard touchdown run by Terrence Sibley. And North Quincy gets on the board.
No flags, no problems. Great individual effort by Sibley, John. He simply outran the Nauset pursuit. Sibley got down the field by getting out to the near sideline here. Watch this replay. He eludes the pursuit of the lineman. Now watch him go stiff arm here. Well,
nice job there.
See it in a minute.
Kept his balance, too.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal power run by Sibley. I'll tell you another thing. Let me see. North Quincy's calling. No, Nauset called the timeout. Right. I want to tell you something. I was watching this go on as Sibley was in the end zone. The North Quincy special teams were out and lined up almost immediately while Sibley was still jumping around in the end zone. This is the type of thing that Coach Connor wants to instill with the Red Raiders. Discipline and looking ahead. And the entire special team unit was out there for this point after and established, forcing Nauset to call a timeout. So great job by North Quincy. Great individual effort by Sibley, followed by the super preparation by the special teams. Nauset burns a timeout here.
All right, North Quincy comes over now for the extra point.
Guerriero's back, John.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So North Quincy gets on the board with 8:36 left to go in the first quarter, Jim. 7-0 on what was now a 69-yard touchdown run by Terrence Sibley.
Yeah, I'm looking down to the sidelines to Matt. He's right in the midst of the North Quincy huddle. Can we get out there and hear from Matt?
All right, Matt, take it away. All right, Hans, we're going to have trouble with Matt's microphone. Excuse me. All right, let's try it now. Matt, take it away now.
Time's always a chance. You mentioned Terrence Sibley's 67-yard return for a touchdown. Just muscled his way into the end zone. Eludes, as you mentioned, Jim, 3 tackles. Just really powerhouses it in there to the end zone. Does a great job. Guerrero kicks the extra point. Raiders on top, 7-0.
With what we're seeing early on here. Really impressed with what we're seeing early on. Red Raider defense came out with a nice stop. That explosive run by Sibley as the sideline fired up. Let's hope the Red Raiders can keep this momentum going as Dave Guerriero prepares to kick off again.
8:36 left to go in the first quarter. North Quincy on top, 7-0.
Watch the number 24 on the inside to get down the field here.
Another short kick fielded at the 21-yard line, 15-yard line by Nauset. He's running up the middle, and nice tackle there. Let's see if we can get the number there. It looked like it was
Tregellis.
Yeah, number 16, Alex Tregellis on the tackle.
Yeah, watch this tackle. We're going to see the replay. It's a nice squib kick. But again, Nauset effectively brings it right up the middle there. North's got to make an adjustment on his coverage. Here's the tackle by Tregellis. North's going to have to make an adjustment, John, on that kickoff coverage because the middle's just too wide open.
Connor Seymour comes out.
Paul Mason right there on the stop, John. North Quincy came out tonight with a 3-4. The 3 down guys are Jesse Skamile, R.J. Barden, and Paul Mason. You recall Barden's play in the first game. He's right over the ball. Mason is the right tackle, Skamile the left tackle. They ran right at Mason that time, and he was equal to the task. He just wrapped him right up, took him down. Great tackle. Actually, they now have out there number 57, Phil Kelly, on the line as well.
Second down and 7 for the Warriors. Callum goes in motion. And nice job by Red Raiders to come up the ball and stop the ball carrier. Looked like it was
That was Barden.
Yeah, number 23 on the carry, Greg Monroe.
R.J. Barden right in there on the hit. There are not a lot of people here tonight, John, as we scan the stands because of the tough weather conditions. But I noticed R.J.'s dad, Ron, and his younger brother down here, loyal fans. Ron is one of the great dads in the north end of the city there. You see him everywhere where his sons or his daughter are. And Ron's down there watching his son, R.J., make the big stick there on second down.
Man in motion for Nauset. And it's a handoff up the middle. And Nauset's going to be right at the first down marker, Jim. Looked like on the carry was Joe Madden.
Yeah, this one's going to depend on the placement, John. As you said, they're right at the marker. It looks like they got it.
Yep,
Yes,
first
they
down.
did, yeah. So Nauset comes out. They settle down, react well to the big play by North. And the offense picks up a first down, moving the chains.
So first and 10, Nauset. Ball is at the 49-yard line on North Quincy's side of the field. Brian Morton, number 12, brings the play in, and he will give the play to Connor Seymour, the quarterback for the team. Two receivers in an I formation for the Warriors. Back to pass to Seymour, and it goes incomplete.
Barden again with the play. That time RJ dropped back in coverage. They dropped him off the line. He was over the ball at the nose guard spot during the first series. They've dropped him into the middle, John, and they have number 57, as I mentioned earlier, Phil Kelly on the ball. Barden's playing the middle and doing a super job. He dropped back in coverage there, knocked that ball down. Going to be second and 10, Nauset.
Get an I formation and two receivers. Nauset hands it off up the middle. And gain of about 5 on the play. And ball's going to be spotted now at the 44-yard line of North Quincy.
Yeah, it looks like they're giving him a generous spot. It's actually a pickup of 7. So it's going to be third and about 3 there. Third and 4. It was about a 6-yard gain. Nice run by Nauset. They're running over their left side. They're almost all left-handed thus far, John. That's something the coaches are going to pick up on. And you'll see little shifts in the linebackers to try to stuff those slots. But Nauset primarily left-handed, at least on their inside runs. Coming up on a third down and 4.
As you said, Jim, third down and 4, 5:35 left to go in the first quarter.
Got 2 wideouts for Nauset, John.
Connor Seymour back to pass, looking to his left, fires, and hits a man running down the field. And a big hit there by North Quincy's number 11, Dennis Martin.
Yeah, Martin got a big stick, but we got a guy down, too. I think he may have been part of the pop if you watch the replay. It's number 26, Ephraim Melendez, getting up slowly. Let's see on the hit. I'm not quite sure what happened to Melendez there.
Looks like he may have been underneath Jim when
the tight end fell on him.
Yeah, Grant Schureman.
That was a very nicely designed play. Nauset had 2 wideouts. The left wideout went down the field and did a little turn in. And the tight end released off the line. He held his block for a 2 count, released off the line, and went into a vacated spot in the left flat. So, well-designed play by Nauset. They're inside the North 30.
Ball's at the 26-yard line of North Quincy. I formation. Seymour back to pass, and incomplete. Almost the same play, Jim. Pass was intended for number 80 again, Grant Schuerman.
Yeah, one of the issues here, North Quincy is in a 3-4. The defense of the tight end of Nauset rests with the linebackers, and the North linebackers have been stepping up, eager to plug the run. And Nauset trying to take advantage of that. They released the tight end again. That time, number 41, Steve Matos, got out there to kind of break up the play. He took away the passing lane for the quarterback, so that's why the ball was overthrown. Nice reaction by Matos, but Here's a 2nd and 10 for Nauset, John.
Trips to the right, and they're going to hand it up the middle to Joe Madden. And I'm not sure if there was a fumble on the play. He almost did fumble. He was able to recover it before he dropped it on the ground. He's going to get up to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, who'd you get on that tackle? Did you?
I could not spot as the pile
I'd
was.
love to see if we had a replay, but I think it was number 42, Sibley again, who wrapped him up. It's a nice tackle there.
3rd down and 4 now for the Warriors. Ball is at the 20-yard line, just outside the 20-yard line.
Nauset a little slow on the huddle here. They're going to have to get this play called.
4 receivers set for the Warriors. Single man in the backfield. Seymour back to pass, looks to his left, and nice job there coming up to break up the play. Number 41, Steven Matos.
Yeah, Matos again, great job. He was there. He got in the passing lane on the 1st down play. On the 3rd down play here, he got his hand in there. So great job. North comes up with a big stop. We may be in 4-down territory, though, John. The ball is located at just about the 25. With the wind conditions what they are, I don't see a field goal being effective. And it looks like Nauset is going to go for it here. It's 4th and a long 4. So this is a big play here early on, John. North wants to come up with a stop.
3:59 left to go in the first quarter. North Quincy's on top by a score of 7-0 on a 69-yard touchdown run on the first play of scrimmage for North Quincy by Terrence Sibley. Full house backfield for the Warriors. Schuerman moves over from the left side to the right line now. Back to pass, looking to his right, and it is incomplete. North Quincy's able to hold the Warriors. Pass was intended for number 28, Brendan Bramer. So North Quincy will take over.
Yeah, another nicely designed play by Nauset. You can see the coaching staff at Nauset's done a nice job here. They've had some guys open, just a failure to execute by the boys on the field. That time they flooded the right flat. They had a short man and a deep man. The quarterback tried to get it outside to the deeper receiver, missed the connection, and now Nauset's going to burn another timeout, it looks like. I saw a signal from the right defensive end or linebacker, and we're looking for the signal on the field.
Looks like they had too many men on the field, Jim, actually, so they had to call a timeout. Number 77, Matt Warren, came off the field, and he was the 12th man for the Warriors.
Okay, so he smartly called timeout before North got to the line. So Nauset's burned 2 of its timeouts early on, but it is only the first half, so that's less of an issue. Coaches tell their boys in the first half not to be too worried about burning timeouts. They're a little more precious in the second half.
All right, North Quincy comes out now. 2 men in the backfield, split backfield behind quarterback Sean McBrien. McBrien hands off to Danny Jackson, up the right side, a nice gain on 1st down. He gets to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Jackson picks up 5, a nice 1st down play, as you said, John. He did a good job of covering the ball, 2 hands on the ball as he felt the contact. So we're seeing a lot of nice things out here tonight, John, by the Red Raiders. They've done some things well. They look disciplined. They're playing disciplined, and the effect of Coach Connor and his staff on the team is clearly showing through here. It's mid-October, so this is what you want to see. They've had the boys for about 8 to 10 weeks, so looks like progress has been made.
Handoff now to Sibley to the left side, and Sibley, nice job there to get the 1st down, and he's going to get to the 32-yard line. As I mentioned, a 1st down for Terrence Sibley and the North Quincy Red Raiders.
Yeah, that time Terrence just ran over the defensive back who wrapped him up, and he took him an extra 1.5 yards to get the 1st down. So another great individual effort by Sibley. Sibley's looking at, 73 yards on 2 carries? Those aren't bad stats tonight, John.
1st down and 10 now for the Red Raiders. Ball at the 32-yard line. Split backfield for North Quincy. McBrien back to pass and goes out of the pocket. Nice job. And he's going to bring it down and run. He's going to get to the 35-yard line and up to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Nice job by Sean McBrien to evade the rush and get close to a 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Not only that, the key to that play in my mind, and we can see things up here that and as you watch the replay here,
the replay
we may
was
see
there.
the replay, yep. The key was that McBride did not throw the ball. He was deep in trouble. Here you see him getting away now, but early on there he had 3 guys on him. He had 2 men downfield who were well covered, and he held the ball. He made a nice decision there. Here comes Mr. Sibley again on the outside.
Nice job by Sibley. Stiff arms his way to a first down. Ball goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Another North Quincy first down.
Yeah, he got horse tackled there, but back to McBride. Made a nice decision, John, to not throw the ball despite the pressure he was under. He held it, looked to see if anything developed, and when it didn't, that's when he turned upfield. So good maturity and decision-making by McBride there.
A trainer is requested on the far side, north side of the field. Here she goes.
All right, so timeout down the field. Score 7-0. North Quincy on top. 2:23 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think that was a brief timeout to allow the North trainer to get over to the Nauset sideline. There's a Nauset athlete injured, and they sent her over to address the situation.
So first and 10 at the 47. Guerriero goes in motion. They give it to Guerriero, and he crosses the 50 to the 45, now to the 40. Nice job by Dave Guerriero, and another Red Raider first down.
Oh, great run by Guerriero. Some nifty moves in traffic there. Was that? Yeah, that was Guerriero. I see Turgelis coming off the field. If you watch this replay, the block set up nicely, but then Guerriero with some nifty moves here. In this next set here, he gets by this tackler, evades him, and he's brought down just inside the 40. Nice individual effort by Dave Guerriero. North on the move, moving the chains here inside the 40, John.
I'd actually spot the ball at the 39, and again, McBride evades his way, throws over to Sibley, who gets it, and nice job by Terrence Sibley. 4 guys have to bring him down before he picks up a gain of 8.
Yeah, we'll have to catch our man Matt here the next chance we get when there's a break, because he's been down there, and he can see how Sibley matches up physically with these boys from Nauset. He's looking very powerful, John.
All right, so second down and 2 now. 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. Split backfield. Guerriero goes in motion, and they give it to Sibley up the middle this time. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he does have it. He's right at the first down marker.
Yeah, that was a little quick hitter over the left side. North trying to mix it up. They want to give their linemen a little taste, too, of the action, and they ran right inside the left guard there. He picked up the first down with a gain of 3.
All right, so it's the first down. Nice shot by North Quincy to move this ball on the drive. Under a minute now to go in the first quarter. North on top 7-0.
Unofficial stats here on Sibley, but I've opted, given that first run, I think we'll keep track of him. 82 yards thus far as we come to the conclusion of the first quarter.
First and 10, North Quincy ball at the 28-yard line. And it's handed off to Jackson. Nice cutback by Jackson, and he's going to be close, and he does have another first down. He goes all the way up now to the 12-yard line of Nauset.
Yeah, nice job by Jackson. The play was designed to go outside. He cut it back up inside, found a seam. Danny's got first-rate speed, and he accelerated through that opening. Picked up, what was that, a 12-yard, 14-yard gain? And it's now going to be first and 10 from the 13. North on the march. This is probably the last play of the quarter.
Hand off to Sibley. He cuts back. Nice job to sidestep, and he's going to go up to the 6-yard line. So Terrence Sibley, another close to another first down, will bring up a second down in about 2.5 to go. We're going to send it down to Matt McLaughlin down the field. Matt?
Danny Jackson, Terrence Sibley, and Dave Guerriero running amok down here on the...
We got a audio problem with Matt's microphone there. We lost him, but he's absolutely correct. Matt, if you're back on audio, that's fine, but you're correct about those running backs. Give it a try again.
Second time's a charm. The running backs down here, guys, running as they come towards me, doing their job, but who's not getting enough credit is the offensive line. Ben Tadelbaum and Phil Kelly especially manhandling Nauset down here on the offensive line, and and creating these holes for Guerrero and especially Terrence Sibley.
Excellent point there. Excellent point, Matt. We do not talk about the linemen enough, and we will, because these guys are doing a great job tonight. And they're called upon to do so much for North Quincy because of the depth issue. They're out there most of the game. They're up against the biggest guys on the other team, and it gets to be a long night for them. But tonight, the North Quincy offensive line having some fun out there, doing some banging. As Matt mentioned, the names of the guys are big number 76, Nick Poley, number 73, Ben Johnson-Tadelbaum, number 65, Roger Cafoud, number 53, Nick Gizzarelli, and number 57, Phil Kelly, doing a great job of moving the chains for the Red Raiders. They're going to start out with a 2nd and 4, John, knock it on the door, Nauset.
All right, so 2nd down and 4 now, North Quincy as we begin the second quarter. North comes out of the huddle. Split backfield behind quarterback Sean McBrien. Wide left is Dennis Martin. They're going to give to Danny Jackson. He runs up the middle, and he's going to go to the 2-yard line and pick up the first down. So it'll be first down and goal now for North Quincy.
Yeah, John, Danny Jackson, again, nice job of covering the ball. All the running backs. Watch Jackson here. We're going to see the replay. And watch Jackson, 2 hands on the ball as he goes in the hole. And he drives down to the 2, where it's going to be first and goal for the Red Raiders. John, at the beginning, before the kickoff, we talked about the importance of being mistake-free. No turnovers, no penalties in that first quarter. So both coaches can be proud of that.
Handoff goes to Guerrero, and he is in for the touchdown. North Quincy gets on the board again. Dave Guerrero this time with a tough 2 yards, but he punches it in, 13-0 North.
Yeah, he just went right over the left side. We saw him behind number 75, Joe Page. We saw that number in there, but there you see the blocks. Number 84, the tight end, Marcellus Lee, just blowing people off the line there. Really impressive blocking. So great job by the Red Raiders to punch in their 2nd touchdown, and Guerrero prepares to kick the extra point.
Snap down, and the kick is up, and it is no good, wide right. So the wind might have come into play that time, Jim. North Quincy scores once again, 13-0 North Quincy over Nauset with 10:23 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, on that play, it was a little tough snap from the center. McBrien did a nice job of adjusting to the snap, but when he got the ball down, it was a little flat. So tough chance for Guerrero. That's why he pushed the ball wide to the right. In any event, the missed extra point, small potatoes when you look at what the Red Raiders have done in the first quarter, and then coming out and punching that right in. No messing around here as they started the second quarter. Coach Connor and the Red Raiders have to be delighted as they come out here, all business, John, and jump right on top of Nauset, 13-0. We'll go down to Matt for a minute. Matt's got any thoughts as we prepare for the kickoff? I don't know if we're picking that up in the truck or not. Maybe we can hear from George Capitana.
I'm not sure if they're down the truck there, or we'll see. Well, the kickoff is underway here, and it's going to be fielded by Nauset at the 29-yard line, picked up by number 2, Josh Smith. He's still on his feet, and nice run back by Smith. Going to get up to the 42-yard line. We're going to try Matt once again. Matt, why don't you take it away?
Guys, last play we saw an excellent handoff by Sean McBrien, and Jim, you mentioned the block by Marcellus Lee, the tight end, powering the North Quincy Red Raider offense in to score. Another one down here. We saw Dave Guerrero miss the extra point, but as you mentioned, Jim Connor, all smiles down here in the sidelines, 13-0 going into the second quarter.
Thanksgiving game's looking a little more exciting now. It's going to be interesting. Red Raiders team is coming together here, and you can see it tonight against Nauset.
All right, Nauset comes out. 13-0 North Quincy. I formation for the Warriors. Connor Seymour under center. Long count, back to pass. And he's going to roll out now to his left, still looking to pass, and he's hit, and it is incomplete. Big hit there, thrown by Steve Matos.
I'll tell you something. Not only did Matos get the hit, but again, this goes to coaching, John. Matos had his hands up in the passing lane. You watch when the quarterback gets out in the left flat there. You're going to see Matos from the top of your screen. See the hands up? Great stuff. And then he drops his head, drives it right into the numbers. Super hit by Matos. Clean play. But again, this is coaching and execution, John. The boys have been taught how to do things properly, and they're out there executing. That was great stuff by Matos out there, all alone on the right flat. He planted the Nauset quarterback, and we're going to see the effects of that hit, I'm sure, for the rest of this series.
Yeah, most certainly. It was a big hit there thrown by Matos, and we'll see if that sticks in the mind of quarterback Connor Seymour. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 42. Full house backfield for the Warriors. Grant Schuerman goes from the right side to the left. Handoff up the middle to number 23 for the Warriors. And nice pursuit there. Greg Monroe on the carry. He's going to get up to the 45.
And that was Dave Guerriero who just rode him to the ground. Guerriero, one of the fastest guys on the team. The Nauset back was just getting outside as Guerriero closed on him. Dave wrapped him up, dragged him, and then the help came. Good pursuit by the Red Raiders. The gang tackling brought him down after a pickup of only 3. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. Love to see the Raiders come up with a stop here, John.
Ball is at the 45-yard line of the Warriors. 9:30 left to go in the first half. North Quincy 13, Nauset nothing. Two receivers for the Warriors in an I formation. Connor Seymour under center, a long count again. Looking downfield, the pass, throws it downfield, and it is incomplete. Just over the outstretched hands of the receiver. And it looked like it was number 3, Nick St. John, the pass was intended for.
I'll tell you, that ball was delivered well. Connor Seymour, we don't quite pick this up. You're not going to pick this up from this screen, but he's 6'5", 192. And just watch this ball if you see this. He delivers this downfield about 40 yards. Nice tight spiral. Well, we don't pick that up, but at the end you see it. That was a ball that went 40 yards in the air with a nice tight spiral. So we see where Seymour is coming from here. Not a bad thing that we have a swirling wind in Veterans Stadium tonight, John, if he's got that type of arm.
So bring up now a 4th down and 7, Jim, and the Warriors are forced to punt.
Tregellis back.
High snap, but is able to just get it off. Tregellis is going to field it at his own 30-yard line, and it's going to run into his own man at the 35 and falls forward now to the 36. And that's where North Quincy will take over.
Yeah, Tregellis is back there. There are some other guys who may be faster and some other guys who might be able to get outside. We've seen Sibley, Jackson, Dave Guerriero. But Coach Connor relies on Alex Tregellis back there because he's sure-handed, very disciplined, intelligent athlete, and he's a guy who's not going to make a mistake back there. And I hope that that analysis is helpful to his dad, Stratton, who, as I predicted, was promptly on the phone to me when we missed him the entire first game due to a roster error. But it is Alex, and he's doing a great job for the Red Raiders.
Handoff goes to Sibley, and he's going to get a couple yards in the play up now to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, with a 13-0 lead, Coach Connor trying to mix things up a little and grind Nauset down, John. They're going to try to run the ball inside a little bit, do a little inside-outside, and you like to see that. As I said, he wants to let his linemen get a hat on some of these Nauset kids and do some banging and just see what the Red Raiders can do as far as wearing down an opponent. So, clock running. We're at 8:15 in the second quarter, John.
2nd down and 9. Pitch to Sibley to the right side, and Sibley crosses the 40-yard line and goes up to about the 44, and he's going to be 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, that time Danny Jackson got outside, led the blocking. Sibley a little slow getting up. he got popped pretty good there. Nauset trying to fight back. So, John, this has been a nice, hard-fought football game. It's two teams that haven't won yet, but that's more an issue of their size, their depth, their durability. But the young men who are out there on the field tonight are playing very disciplined, very solid football. No penalties, no turnovers.
3rd and 2, they hand off to Sibley again. He runs to the right side, and he will not get the first down. Nice pursuit by Nauset, and number 53 for the Warriors, Spencer Clark on the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by Clark. Good individual effort. I mentioned after the first tackle that Sibley was a little slow to get back to the huddle. He lost a little bit of gas there that series, and when he tried to get outside, they were able to haul him down. Off the field come the North offensive linemen. Last guy off is number 84, Marcellus Lee. We haven't said too much about him, but I'll tell you, he is out there hitting people, John, doing a great job.
So bring up a 4th down and 2 for North Quincy.
Yeah, John, just got the program here. Marcellus is 6'5", 220. He's one of the big guys. He's a name we talked about last year, you may recall, John, in basketball. He had a super game for the Red Raiders coming up as a sophomore. He played big in the middle for the Red Raiders, where he will return this year, I'm sure. But very talented athlete and a big boy, and he's out there tonight just banging away at Nauset.
Dennis Martin will be doing the punting for North Quincy. Good snap to Martin, and he gets a nice kickoff, Jim, and a fair catch was called for at the 24-yard line by number 4, Mike Quill, excuse me.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I wanted to say something before he left our screen, but you see there on the right side of the screen, number 24, Dave Thompson down the field again. The reason for that fair catch was that young man picked up a black helmet out of the corner of his eye, and it was Dave Thompson. Great hang time by Martin, but again, Thompson got downfield and was there in the coverage. We talked about him a lot on the side in the first game, and he's out there performing again tonight.
So 1st down and 10 now for the Warriors. 6:47 left to go in the first half. Nauset again in an I formation behind quarterback Connor Seymour. Quill goes in motion. Handoff goes up the middle. And they're going to get to about the 32-yard line on that carry.
Yeah, they're right down in front of our sideline guy, Matt McLaughlin, John. Maybe we can get Matt after this next play. That way everyone in the truck will be ready. Matt will be ready. After this next play, we'll turn it down to Matt. And Matt, let's get your impressions of what's going on down there on the line, the banging, how the boys are playing, if you would. It's a 2nd and 8 as the clock ticks down to 6 minutes, John.
Yeah, 2nd down and 8, ball at the 26-yard line. Again, Schuerman goes in motion from right to left. Seymour back to pass, looking to his left, and he's going to be stumbled and sacked by Dave Guerriero. Comes up and makes the big sack for the tackle.
Let's get out of Matt.
Defense is what's been talking down here in the sidelines. We just see Dave Guerrero get a sack on Seymour. Also leading the charge on defense as well as offense is lineman number 57, Phil Kelly. The boys down here, as you mentioned, Mr. Timmons, they are banging down here on the offensive line, getting the job done.
All right, we're going to replay real quick, Jim, of that sack. Let's take it away down for the truck. And you can see Guerriero comes in. He got hit, but he still makes the tackle.
Yeah, I'll tell you, some real gutty efforts by some of the seniors out there. All the ball players are playing hard, but Dave Guerriero, Terrence Sibley, they're really out there doing it tonight. I'm sorry, Sibley's only a junior. Steve Matos, there's a name. These guys are playing their hearts out. They want to get that first win.
Back to pass and going down the middle and intercepted by number 3, Danny Jackson. Danny Jackson with the interception. North Quincy's going to take over at the Nauset High School 34-yard line.
Yeah, Jackson was switching hands there because he was going to switch directions. He was trying to put the ball in his left hand, get it outside. Alertly there on the coverage was Alex Tregellis to get on the fumble. Here's the replay. Watch Jackson cut into the path of this ball. Off he goes. Now as he turns to go left, he's switching the ball, drops it, and here comes the alert Tregellis to cover. And the Red Raiders with a big turnover, first turnover of the game, goes to the Red Raiders, John, and they set up at the 34-yard line of Nauset.
So a big job there and a big play by Danny Jackson. Pitch goes to the left now to Terrence Sibley, and he gets a couple of blocks, and he just bowls his way down to the 30-yard line. He just bowled right over number 42, Jean Roulard, Jim.
Yeah, he's getting up awfully slowly. There's something wrong with Terrence. I don't know if it's a hip, knee, or ankle, but he's moving slowly. Watch the replay. Watch number 37. He's in motion. Watch this block by Guerriero. This is spectacular. Just completely buries the defensive end. Sibley ducks his shoulder. He buries a guy. Great hitting out there by the Red Raiders. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6, John.
McBrien hands off to Jackson. Jackson over the right side, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, Jim, before he's knocked back.
Yeah, Danny is fast. He's got to get outside of people. He's not the type of guy who can do the Sibley thing and power his way over people. Terrence is on the sideline now. We'll hope he's okay. That last run put him over 100 yards for the game. I got him unofficially at 102 yards here, John. North Quincy looking at a 3rd and 5. Love to see them convert and just keep the pressure on Nauset. We're coming up on 3 minutes to go in the half with the Red Raiders inside the Nauset 30.
3rd and 5, as you said, at the 30-yard line. Sean McBrien back to pass over to his left, and he completes it, and going up across the 20, now to the 15-yard line is number 24, Dave Thompson, and a North Quincy first down.
Great individual effort by Thompson. Watch this ball. McBrien gets it out quickly, and watch what Thompson does here. Evades the first tackler. That's the key in this play. That's what it's designed to do. When you have an athlete like Thompson, it's the type of play that the Patriots used to run when they had receivers. They get it out in the flat and let them do something athletic, and that's what Thompson did. Nice first down for the Red Raiders.
Handoff now to John Cahill. He runs over the right side, and he's going to get to the 11-yard line. So nice run on first down there by North Quincy. They'll bring up now a 2nd down and 5 to go.
Yeah, John Cahill, a junior, a name we haven't mentioned lately in the backfield with all the talented backs they have. But he's a guy we remember from last year. Cahill, nice job of getting outside the guard there, turned it up. Nice pickup of 5 yards on first down. That's what Coach Connor wants to see. John, the clock is running. We're going to come down to about 2 minutes here after this play, and this is exactly what Connor wants to see. Red Raiders controlling play, eating up the clock. Nauset has to burn a timeout here. I don't know if it was a clock issue or something they saw in the set, but everything going well for the Red Raiders in this first quarter, John.
Yeah, most certainly. 13-0 is our score with North Quincy, and we're going to send it down to Matt McLaughlin for his analysis down the field. Matt?
You know, second half here, guys, Seymour has not looked how he looked in the first quarter. After that hit from Steve Matos, he has yet to look, as we saw him in the first quarter. That pass intended for Josh Smith and just picked off almost a pick 6. Could have been. We're down here. They're about on the 12-yard line, and the Raiders looking to do some more damage.
Excellent point, actually, Matt. You're right on target there. We mentioned when Matos planted that quarterback that he got up awfully slowly. You recall on the Super Bowl when the Eagles, Donovan McNabb got popped, and he was never the same after that. So that type of factor here, you never know what type of factor a big hit can have in football. But good point by Matt there, who was down on the field, and he saw that errant pass picked off by Jackson.
All right, 2nd down and 5 now. Ball on the 11-yard line. 2:25 left to go. North Quincy on top of Nauset, 13-0. Split backfield for North Quincy. Brian hands it off. And as the pile moves forward, ball's going to go up to about the 7-yard line now, and we'll see who had the ball. It looks like it might have been John Cahill again. Actually, it was Dave Guerrero on the carry.
Yeah, Guerrero pulling a little Barry Sanders there. If we see the replay, he was going horizontally, and all of a sudden he hit the brakes and went vertical. That was really something. All right, here comes the replay. Watch Guerrero. He's going side to side, boop, and he hits the opening. So he put the brakes on, hit the opening, nice turn up, and it's 3rd and 3.
Was it a
That's
boop?
a new one. You got it. Yeah. I'll explain where that came from.
3rd and 3. And now they hand it off to Cahill, and Cahill does a nice job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 7-yard line. So we'll bring up a 4th down and 3 now for North Quincy.
Yeah, with the kicking ability of Guerrero, this actually creates some decision making for Coach Connor. But they're going for it. He didn't hesitate here. Guerrero is well capable of kicking a field goal from this point. This is not necessarily 4-down territory. But Coach Connor, with the clock running up to a minute, I think he feels that A, he's got confidence in his offense, and B, if it doesn't happen here, he knows that the defense can hold and pin Nauset back here. He doesn't see Nauset going 90 yards with a minute to go, John.
All right, Nauset did call their final timeout, 13-0, North Quincy on top. If you're interested when this game's going to be replayed on Quincy Access Television, we encourage you to log on to our website at www.qatv.org for program schedules, membership information, and much, much more. So again, log on to our website at www.qatv.org.
And the other thing is keep those emails coming. We got some nice emails after the first few football games and after the soccer games. We're going down to the sidelines to Matt.
Yeah,
take it away,
take
Matt.
it down to Matt.
Down here, 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go in the first half. The North Quincy Red Raiders trust their offense as we see they're ready to break the huddle right now. Head coach Jim Connor is expecting his offense to score in this drive. And John, one quick question. Is that Boomer up there in the booth with you with the whoops?
There you go, yeah. We share one thing in common. We both went to Brown University, Chris. Wow. So that's where that came from. Good man, you noticed. I was going to explain that at some point when I had time.
You can go a little bit in depth, maybe at halftime.
All right, 4th down and 3. Thanks, Matt. Ball at the 7-yard line. North Quincy's going to go for it. And I'm not sure if it was a false start.
Yep. I think McBride picked up the first down for the Red Raiders.
This is the first penalty of the game. Nauset seems to be applauding. Looks like it's going to be a false start. Send it down to the field for the call.
Good ball, false start. Here.
All right, so it's going to be a false start on North Quincy, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Here.
So bring up now a 4th down and 8 instead of a 4th and 3.
Here's one of my favorite high school football officials. We love the style. It's too bad there haven't been more penalties in the first half. He delivers a call better than anyone in high school football. McBride back, rolling out, John.
He's going to try to switch fields, goes back now, still to his right, trying to find some room, and he will not have anything, Jim. He'll be sacked at the 10-yard line. So Nauset's able to hold North Quincy with 58 seconds left to go in the half.
Yeah, and on the change of possession, they're going to move the chains, and the clock will start. There's 58 seconds left. They're going to be hard-pressed, Nauset that is, to do much.
And we have 58 seconds remaining in the first half. 13-0.
And you can't really hear him there. That's where the good excitement comes in from our referee. I believe that's Angelo Staffier.
Yeah, I'm more intrigued by the audio component than the video component for those of us who care in the truck.
All right, handoff up the middle for Nauset, and nice job getting up now to the 13-yard line is the Nauset ball carrier. So we're bringing up a 2nd down and 7 with 45 seconds left to go in the half.
I'll tell you, this gets to the point that Matt made, though, John. I see the Nauset coach protecting his quarterback. Dave Dykeman must have a concern about Connor Seymour. And if you're going to try to get back in this game with a kid like Connor Seymour and the arm he has, you let him throw the ball. Watching Nauset run the ball here in this situation makes me think that Matt's point is right on target, that Connor is not the guy he was in that first quarter.
Run up the middle and a first down for Nauset. There's 13 seconds left to go in the half. If they hurry, they'll be able to get another playoff, Jim. I don't believe they have any more timeouts. So a first down Nauset does have, and the clock is going now, so we're at 10 seconds.
Yeah, number 57, Phil Kelly, is hurt after that play. He's staying in, tough lineman, but he's shaking his right wrist, right forearm area. Well, the clock ran out, John. As soon as they reset the change, the clock started, and Nauset was not ready to go. Kelly having trouble getting off the field. That's something we're going to have to check, because he's a guy they need out there. So we're going to go to the half. I'll turn it over to you or to our man on the field, Matt McLaughlin.
Yeah, we'll send it down to Matt. Matt, take it away.
After the first half, Danny Jackson, Steve Matos, and Dave Guerrero heating things up as the temperature drops down here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. What you want to do right now, go into the locker room at halftime, and you don't want to get caught up on the play that you've had in the first half. It is 13-0 coming out, but that makes Nauset a very dangerous team. And let's not forget, both of these teams are 0-6.
Right,
Yeah,
thanks,
thank you, Matt.
Jim, as Matt was talking and the North was coming off the field, Terrence Sibley, number 42, the running back for the Red Raiders, was being helped off the field. He had his shoe off on his right ankle and ice on the right ankle, so I'm not sure if he's going to be done for the night or not. We'll see. Well, Jim and I are going to take a quick break. North Quincy leads 13-0 over Nauset at the half. We'll be back after a break. All right, welcome back to for high school football action. North Quincy Red Raiders 13, the Nauset Warriors 0. My name is Jonathan Caleri. I'm being joined by Jim Timmons in the booth and Matt McLaughlin down in the field. And Jim, North Quincy had a fantastic first half, and it was highlighted by a 69-yard touchdown run by Terrence Sibley, who had over 100 yards in the first half.
Yeah, Sibley played phenomenally well. That's why it was disappointing to see him go to the locker room limping. You see, he's the guy just marching along the 50-yard line there, number 42. There are 4 Red Raiders, Grace Busher panning in on them. Number 42 is Terrence Sibley. And just keep your eye on him as he leads out of the field mic here.
So you have your option. You want to receive. Which you want to kick this way? You want to defend this goal, so you're going to kick this way. Okay, why don't you go that way, son?
Okay, so North
Quincy's
Quincy
going to receive.
is going to
Gentlemen,
receive
shake
and
hands.
defend
Let's have a
the
great half,
south
huh?
end zone. Nauset will be on the north end zone side and defending that side.
You see a couple of injured guys. Now you see Sibley, he cannot run to the sideline. You see him limping over to the huddle. We're not going to expect to see him. In addition, just off your screen, number 56, John Benoit, one of the captains, really disappointed to be injured and missing action here. It's tough for a senior, and John is a senior. Tough to miss a game anytime, but when you're a senior and when you're one of the guys that the team counts on, very difficult to be out injured, John.
Yeah, it certainly is, Jim, and hopefully he'll be back in uniform sooner than later.
I'll tell you, part of what we're seeing after this first half is a little more exciting to think about the prospects of the Thanksgiving Day game. Red Raiders seem to be coming together as a program. Hopefully Sibley's injury is something he can shake off. He's down on the sidelines, walking around. We see him stretching everything. We're going to keep an eye on him tonight, but North's got to hope that Terrence can come back. He played some first-rate football in that first half. He made a couple of the big plays that opened things up. Red Raiders are going to receive the kick, John. We'll turn it over to you with Thompson back and Trigellis.
Thank you, Jim. We are underway here in the third quarter. Ball's fielded at the 15-yard line, and running up to the 39-yard line is number 24, Dave Thompson for North Quincy, and that's where the Red Raiders will take over.
Dave Thompson saw a huge opening and was accelerating into it, and he didn't see the kid from Nauset come from the right side, and oh, did he put a hit on Thompson. Now David just popped right up, tossed the ball to the official. He's just a tough, hard-nosed kid. You got to love watching him play football. Did a great job. He took a big, big stick there, but got up and walked away from it.
First and 10 for North Quincy at the 33-yard line. They hand it off to Terrence Sibley, who was in the game, Jim, and he's going to get a big gain on first down up to the 41.
Well, that's what football's about, toughness, and Terrence Sibley showing it there. He's at 102 yards, and that's a 6-yard run. So impressed by Terrence Sibley's toughness as he comes out and starts the second half for the Red Raiders.
Second down and 2 now for the Red Raiders. Ball now at the 41-yard line. They need to get to the 43 for a first down. So that was an 8-yard gain on first down, Jim.
Give him 8, huh?
They gave him 8. Guerriero goes in motion, and back to pass is McBrien. And it is complete over to, looks like it's number 3, Danny Jackson, and it is. He crosses the 50 to the 49 for a first down.
Yeah, the play was designed for Tregellis to pick up a block for Jackson. Jackson waited patiently for it to set up. Again, John, very impressed by how the boys are playing out there. They're really showing some discipline. They're doing the things they've been told to do and taught to do. That time, Jackson waiting for his blocker. It didn't materialize, but still with a great pickup and a first down for the Red Raiders.
Hand up to Jackson again, and he crosses the 50, now to the 45, and up to the 40, where he is brought down by a nice game by Danny Jackson. Brought down there by number 51, Nick Chad for the Warriors.
Yeah, and out in the middle of the field, banging heads, Marcellus Lee. Nice blocking for the Red Raiders, and nice run by Jackson as he turned it up inside. It's 2nd and 2 for the Red Raiders after the gain of 8 by Jackson.
Jim, one of the players we also mentioned at the end of the first half who appeared to have injured his right forearm, we believe. It was Phil Kelly, number 57, the offensive lineman, the right tackle, but he's back out there in the trenches as well. So second down and 2 now for the Red Raiders at the 42. They hand it off to Guerriero, and he can go nowhere. Nice job by Nauset coming up there. Was number 23 on the tackle, Greg Monroe. Yeah,
Monroe with nice penetration. Nick Pauley pulled, trying to get the block out there, but good penetration by the linebacker, and he made the tackle there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Red Raiders. So this particular drive stalling a little bit. And once the Red Raiders cross the 50, we'll see if they can't pick up what would be a big third down here, John. Big first down here, John.
3rd down and 5. Ball is at the 43-yard line. McBrien back to pass, looks over the middle, and hits Marcellus Lee for the first down. Nice job by Lee to get the pass, and he's going to go up now to the 27-yard line, and we're going to see the replay here, Jim. Nice throw by McBrien and catch by Lee.
Oh, yeah, watch Lee just release right away. All the linebackers came up to plug the gaps. Coach Connor and his offensive coach, I'm not sure who's got the offensive side of the ball for the Red Raiders, but they saw the Nauset linebackers creeping up. They released Marcellus Lee, and he was wide open. But ball delivered nicely by McBride for the first down.
And up to Sibley, and he's going to get up to about the 22-yard line.
Nice gain of 7 by Terrence Sibley there. Great first down run. That's what you want to see. 4 or more yards. There, that time he got 7.
So we have now a second down and a long 3, they'll say, for North Quincy.
Second and 4 or 2nd and 3 for the Raiders.
Raiders come to the line. Ball at the 22. 7:30 left to go in the third quarter. McBrien back to pass. He fires, and nice catch by Guerriero. And he breaks a tackle, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
Great effort by Guerriero, John.
Dave Guerriero broke 2 tackles. 2 Nauset men had their hands on him, and he split them, Jim, and goes in for the touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown pass. And watch the replay. Nice job by Guerriero.
Watch the left hand of number 37 go up and pluck this down. Great individual effort. Now he splits the tackles, slips one, eludes another, and into the end zone. Great individual effort by number 37. And he'll be kicking the point after.
Snap to hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. Just crosses the bar. So North Quincy 20, Nauset 0.
Yeah, that was a great individual effort. Matt McLaughlin right down on the field. That play unfolded in front of him. Let's go down to Matt.
Dave Guerrero must have been talking to Terrence Sibley at halftime on the effective way to break tackles, because Dave Guerrero just broke 2 tremendous tackles right there to go into the end zone for another 6 points. Extra point good. Brings the Raiders 20-0 with 7:18 left to go in the third quarter. Guerrero just showcasing one of the many skills that the Raiders have possessed at this game during Nauset.
Yeah, you're right about that, Matt. They've got to be delighted. They had a big first possession in the opening the game in the first half, and now their first possession of the second half results in a touchdown. So all things going well tonight for the Red Raiders, 20-0.
And it was a long drive as well, Jim. It took almost 4 minutes for North Quincy to march down the field. It was a 67-yard march. So North Quincy has been showing some offensive firepower here tonight against this Warrior squad. And I think it all started last week. You know, they did lose last week to Dennis Yarmouth 17-14, but they came out more intense on both offense and defense, and they were showing the Dolphins they were ready to play. Couldn't pull it out, but we're seeing the effects of that good game last week here tonight. All right, kickoff is going to be fielded, and it's fumbled actually at the 27-yard line. It's picked up now. Number 4 had it, Mike Quill, and he's going to bring it up. So Quill was able to pick it up and prevent the fumble.
Yeah, great job of coverage by the special teams. That time, Guerriero went to the air with the kick and came up a little short, but the Red Raiders special teams got down and covered it. Great job. And Nauset's going to start just inside their 35 at the 33. Red Raiders are all fired up. There's a lot of life on the sidelines, a lot of bounce in the step out there on the field, John. This is exactly what this program needed.
First and 10 now, Nauset at the 32-yard line. Jameel Kylan goes in motion. They give the ball to him, and he's going to jump on it, Jim. But a big loss. He's going to go all the way back to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, on the pitch, because it was directly behind the quarterback. That was a live ball. Only option there was to cover it by falling on it. And that is a huge loss of yardage. We're looking at a loss of just about 10 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd and 20 for Nauset.
Give them a ball is at the 22-yard line. So as you said, a loss of 10. 2nd down and 20 now for the Warriors. They come out 4 receivers, 2 to each side of quarterback Connor Seymour, and a man in the backfield.
He's got to go to the air now, John.
Actually, they hand it off on the draw, and they're going to get a few yards on that play up to the 29-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, I'm going to harken back to the comments of our sideline guy, Matt McLaughlin. Matt's down there, and he's seeing the banging firsthand. And he mentioned that when Connor Seymour got popped by Steve Matos, you could hear and feel the hit. And he didn't think that Seymour's been the same since. And the fact they didn't throw the ball at the end of the half, and they're not throwing now, John, especially with what we saw from Seymour, warming up, and a couple of times when he did deliver in the first half, he definitely can throw the ball, but his confidence is shaken tonight.
3rd and 15, same set as last play for Nauset. 4 receiving, the man in the backfield. This time he's going to pass, and he's going to get sacked again. Steve Matos was first on the scene for the Red Raiders. Also in there was number 28 for the Red Raiders, John Cahill.
Yeah, And you're going to see in the replay, there's all kinds of people getting in there. Number 53, Nick Gizzarelli, 54, Jesse Scamile. The entire pocket collapsed around Seymour. All red shirts, black helmets. And the Red Raiders with a huge stop here on the Nauset first possession. And they're going to be forced to punt.
4th down and 19, a loss of 4 on that play. A little confusion on the field for North Quincy as to what's happening in a different set for Nauset punt. Matos almost gets a hand on to block it, and it's going to be fumbled by North Quincy, and it looks like it will go out of bounds. North Quincy's going to get a break there, Jim. Went off the hands there. Looked like it was Alex Tregelis back to field the punt.
Yeah, I perhaps in my effort to make peace with Alex's somewhat overbearing father Stratton, I may have put a bit of the Danny Jackson hex on Alex. I spoke so glowingly of him earlier. That time Alex charged up on the ball and it hit off his shoulder pad, went out of bounds. Coach Connor right over there to pat him on the helmet. He knows that Alex is a reliable kid. Just tell him to forget it and make the next play. So that's what you want to see from a high school coach. Good positive handling of the players after a mistake.
1st and 10 from the 41. They hand off to Sibley, and he's going to go outside, and he's going to lose a yard on the play, Jim. Nice pursuit there by number 5, Connor Seymour, in on the, that was number 6, Brandon Murphy for Nauset.
Yeah, the right side of the Red Raider line kind of collapsed there. Good pressure by Nauset. Sibley is coming off the field very gingerly. I mean, you can see him there. Great job by Grace Busher on our camera. You can see Terrence, he can barely run. He's not lifting his knees at all. They teach you in football to get your knees up when you're running. Terrence cannot do that. He's got either a knee or an ankle injury, and we'll hope the young man's okay.
2nd down and 11 now. They hand off to Cahill. He's going off the left side. He has some flag. Room flag is on the play, and he's going to get up to the 20-yard line, but a flag is thrown at the 44-yard line, Jim. This is probably coming back.
Yeah, where that call is, that's probably going against the Raiders. Block in the back or a clip. It's a hold, actually. I'd love to see a replay, though. Again, we mentioned him once before on a block. We're going to go down to the field for the call.
Have a hold. Quincy.
All right, so the hold occurred at the 44-yard line. Yeah, we're going to see in the replay, Jim.
All right, watch this replay. Well, we're going to see a replay in a moment, and when you watch this, watch the block at Guerriero again. You saw it there. Dave Guerriero just cutting the legs out of the defensive end, opening up that whole left side for Cahill. Tell you, Dave Guerriero's delivered some crushing blocks tonight in addition to his great play as a receiver and a running back, John. All-round performance tonight for Dave Guerriero.
So 2nd down and 19 now for the Red Raiders, and they hand off to Cahill, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage before he's tackled there. Number 5, Connor Seymour in the game now for the Warriors. Also up there was number 35 for the Warriors, Colby Dalton.
Yeah, Nick Gizzarelli trying to get the lead block there for Cahill, but the right side of the Nauset line just kind of getting up there and gang tackling Cahill. They got 4 linemen. They get their linebackers up tight. Look for Marcellus Lee to release again here.
Brian back to pass, looking downfield long, and it is caught by Guerriero, and he is still on his feet down to the 19-yard line. They'll give him some more yards. He'll get all the way to the 17-yard line, and a big gain for the Red Raiders.
I'll tell you, what execution by these two athletes. You got to watch this replay. McBride just rolls out a little to his right, and look at him deliver that touch pass right over the shoulder of Guerriero, who pulls it in, picks up an additional 12 yards after the reception. Great efforts by the two seniors, McBride and Guerriero. And the Red Raiders inside the 20, knocking on the door again. 1st and 10, John.
A 35-yard pass to Guerriero. As you said, 1st and 10. Hand off to Cahill, and he'll get a yard on the play.
Yeah, again, the left side of the Nauset defensive line seems to have an edge over the right side of the Red Raider line. That's twice now they've collapsed things when the Red Raiders have tried to run over the right side. So we'll have to see what adjustments the Red Raiders make. They're over on the right hash mark, so a lot of room on the left side of the field for a guy like Danny Jackson or Dennis Thompson on one of those toss sweeps.
Well, Cahill's in the backfield, Jim. And going to the left, the far left receiver is Dave Thompson. In the slot is Danny Jackson. They hand it off to Guerriero. He runs over to the left side, and he's going to try to break outside. He does, and he's cut back in. Nice job by Guerriero, and he's going to get to the 5-yard line. We're going to have a face mask penalty, Jim, on Nauset on that play.
I'll tell you, Guerriero just really showing us some stuff tonight, John. That time, again, I alluded to Barry Sanders before. I think we're going to go down to the field.
Yeah, it was a personal foul. It would have been a 15-yard face mask penalty. They're inside the 10, so it'll be half the distance to the goal. Down to the field
Foul,
again.
face mask, Nauset.
Yeah, that play unfolded right in front of Matt McLaughlin, but we're going to go to the replay first. Watch Guerriero here again, showing a little Barry Sanders as he stops and goes. There's the juke. Now he's going to go horizontally. Now watch him here. Just stop and then go. He just lifted the ball right over the helmet of the Nauset tackler. There's the face mask as he gets gang tackled out of bounds. Great individual efforts by Guerriero and the Red Raiders inside the 5.
First and goal at the 3. They hand off to Danny Jackson, running over to the right side, and in for the touchdown, Danny Jackson. And as you said, Jim, he needs to get outside, and that's exactly what he did. He showed his speed right there.
Yep, on the left hash mark, and they give it to Jackson. And you're not going to catch Danny Jackson if it's got him, if he's got a clear view to the pylon, and he did there. He opted to turn it up inside a block, but Jackson got outside, and you knew once he did, that was it. He was going to hit pay dirt. Red Raiders 26, Nauset 0. And here comes the point after for the Red Raiders. Guerriero all set up.
Snap is up, kick is up, and it is blocked by Nauset. And that will be no good. Kick was kind of low there, Jim, by Guerriero. We're going to go to the replay, though, of the last touchdown by Jackson.
There you see Danny Jackson getting the handoff. Now you'll see what I mean. Guerriero holds his block beautifully. Cahill goes out to the lead block, and Jackson sees the pylon, and now you know he's going in. He opted to turn it up inside and follow the Cahill block into the end zone, but that was a well-designed power sweep by the Red Raiders. Matt, it happened right in front of you. Let's turn it down to Matt McLaughlin on the field.
Certainly did unfold right before my very eyes. Danny Jackson went in for the touchdown from the handoff from Sean McBrien, but the play of that drive could have been Dave Guerrero's, as I think John mentioned, it was a 36-yard catch. McBrien hit him in stride, just what you want to do as a quarterback, hit your receiver right over the shoulder for the catch, and Guerriero getting it done down here at Veterans Memorial Stadium tonight.
Yeah, he certainly is, Matt. He also had a 12-yard run on that play with a face mask penalty, so that brought them up to the 3-yard line. So Dave Guerriero accounting for a lot of yards, Jim, on that drive.
Certainly.
Yeah, great individual efforts by Guerriero. You know, we talk a lot about Matt Boyle for Quincy High. We haven't talked a lot about Sean McBrien, but he's had a quietly efficient, super outing tonight for the Red Raiders. He's been great at quarterback, showing some great leadership. When the Red Raiders have needed a pass, he's delivered, John. It's been the running game for the most part, but the big third down plays have been through the air, and Sean McBrien's been the man in that regard. Here's the kickoff for the Red Raiders. It's going to be a little short.
Yeah, fielded at the 32-yard line by number 4, Mike Quill. And he runs over to the left side, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line. That's when Nauset will take over. Jim, it was a 46-yard drive by North Quincy, and it took up 2 minutes and 55 seconds. So that's one thing North Quincy has been doing. They've been driving the ball, but also taking time off the clock.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. That was a hard physical tackle by Alex Tregellis. The Red Raiders have done a super job of tackling tonight. They have really been holding their tackles. They've been hitting. They've been physical. Some great stuff exhibited by the Red Raiders tonight.
I formation for the Warriors. And they're going to go with the option, and fumble on the play. And ball's still loose. And it looks like North Quincy has recovered. They think they have it.
They have.
And they
There's
do.
the signal by the line judge. I'll tell you, number 41 coming off the field. First guy off, Steve Matos. Tonight, when Connor Seymour hits his pillow back home in Nauset, he is going to be seeing 4 ones in his dreams. Here comes the replay, and watch Matos come in and just crush Seymour. Watch this hit. Bang. And there goes the play right there.
All right, well, with 1:38 left to go here in the third quarter, Jim, North Quincy's going to take over 26-0 North Quincy. They have it at the Nauset 35-yard line. And it's a pitch now to Cahill. He avoids a tackle. He's trying to get outside. Cuts back in now. And nice run by Cahill. Still on his feet. Nice job by John Cahill. He went outside, cut back inside. He gets all the way up now to the 23-yard line.
Great 10-yard pickup by Cahill. Again, the backs are looking for their blockers. They're letting their blockers get out in front of them and trying to let a play develop in front of them rather than being impatient and undisciplined. That time, Cahill got outside. Nauset did a great job of stringing out the play, John, but Cahill waited for blockers, and when the Red Raiders came over, that freed him for a big 10-yard gain.
First and 10. Yep, excuse me. First and 10 at the 24. Brian hands off to Guerriero, and he's going to get up to about the 18-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Guerriero, number 37, continues to perform phenomenally. I mean, if it's as a receiver, running back, defensively, kicking, David has done it all here tonight, and he continues to just pound away at Nauset. So Red Raiders leading 26-0, 36 ticks on the clock here to bring it to a close in the third quarter. Coach Connor has to be delighted, John. This game started out well, and the play has continued to be disciplined and well executed by the Red Raiders.
North Quincy's only had one penalty. It was a false start. It was a costly one. They had a 4th down and 3 on the 3-yard line, and they moved them back to the 8 where there was a turnover on downs. But other than that, Jim, that's been the only blemish here tonight. Hand off to Danny Jackson, and he's going to get up to about the 15-yard line now. And actually, they'll spot it at the 16. They'll bring up now a 3rd down and 4 to go.
Yeah, you see big number 73, Ben Johnson Tadelbaum, leading the charge out there on the right side. He pulled and got out and blocked. He was the lead blocker. Jackson turned it up, picked up, as you said, about 4. It's going to bring a 3rd and 3. And the quarter ends, John. We're going to move the chains down the other side, and as they do, I'd like to get down to the sideline, see if Matt's ready to go there. Take it away, Matt.
We mentioned the play of Joe Page and Ben Johnson Tadelbaum, defensive linemen down here, as you mentioned, definitely holding their blocks and creating the holes for the running backs, most notably the play we just saw with Cahill. Page especially holding his block and driving his man down to the ground.
Yeah, you're right. That's good of you to notice that stuff, Matt. From up here, we do the best we can, but unfortunately, you don't always see the dirt dogs banging away there. And
as a former defensive lineman, I like to give them a little bit of credit. You know,
I got you, man.
I know what it's like.
That's why you spend half your time on your back, right? I got you.
That. The other half broadcasting.
I do want to ask you a question, Matt. We can see from the trees and up above, it's pretty windy. How is it down on the field? Is it windy down the field too?
It looks just like it is, John. It's really cold down here. The wind is a big factor, but it's all smiles down here in the North Quincy Red Raiders side of the bench down here. You know, the mood down here is pretty light. Jim Connor joking around with a couple of his players. The defensive coach, name escaping me, but they're having a great time down here at the North Quincy side of the field. Looking forward to their first win of the season.
All right, thanks, Matt. 26-0, as you said, North Quincy on top, and it looks like North Quincy will be able to pull away with a victory here tonight.
Yeah, we want to thank Matt for his Belichickian answer there in response to your question. It looks like it is. Thank you very much, Matt. That's why you get the big money down there, buddy.
All right, thanks, Matt. 26-0, as I mentioned, and this will be the first play of the fourth quarter. two running backs, behind McBride. He's going to go back to pass, looking downfield, and it is incomplete. Pass was intended downfield for number 11, North Quincy, Dennis Martin, and it was nicely defended by a defensive back for the Warriors as well. So nice job by by Nauset to break up that play, and just over the outstretched hands of Martin. So we'll bring up now a 4th down and a long 3 to go. Ball's on the 16-yard line. Raiders are going to go for it here on 4th down and 3. They pitch it to Cahill, and he's going to be close to the 1st down. Looks like he might have. We'll see if they get a friendly spot or not.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to require a friendly spot. It looks like, yeah, I think he got it based on that spot.
Yeah, the referees are viewing it out there, and it looks like they do have it. They don't want to call it out yet, and yeah, there it is. 1st down, North Quincy. So nice job by North Quincy to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, the key here is I'm sure that Coach Connor will keep the ball on the ground. Now the important thing on this drive is to see that clock run. 10:30 to go. We've just started the quarter, and the Red Raiders are up 26-0. Things look comfortable, and as Matt said, they're happy on the sideline, but still, Connor wants to see them play disciplined and hard-nosed and finish this game.
They hand off to Jackson. Crosses the 10 over the right side, over to the 5-yard line, and he's going to roll down to about the 3, Jim. So nice run by Danny Jackson, and they're going to be about a yard shy of a 1st down.
Yeah, and right in the middle of that scrum, you saw the numbers 2, 4. Yeah, if you watch this replay, we're going to bring the replay up and watch as Jackson goes down the field, and left standing in the midst of the rubble is number 24, the lead blocker, Dave Thompson. You see him in there taking guys on. He's another guy like Guerriero. He's just hard-nosed, tough. He'll do whatever it is that has to be done out there. Dave Thompson, the junior, he'll be back next year, but showing some real gritty toughness for the Red Raiders.
Hand off to Cahill, and he's upset with himself. Thought he could have gone for the score there, but he's going to get down to the 1, and that should be a 1st down for North Quincy, and it'll bring a 1st down and goal.
Yeah, they can all smell the blood in the water now. You know, Cahill wanted to get into pay dirt there. A little frustrated. He's right there. And look for the Red Raiders to call his number, particularly in light of how he performed in that 3rd quarter. Cahill's been very patient, waited for his opportunity, and once John got in there, he wants to make sure that Coach Connor sees that he's a guy they can give the ball to. So it's 1st and goal from the 1. They've got Guerriero and Cahill in a split backfield.
Tregellis wide right. They give it to Cahill, and he is in for the touchdown. Actually, no, they're going to say his knee was down. Looked like he had crossed the goal line from up here in the booth, but he's going to be down at about the 1-foot line, Jim. So 2nd down to goal inside the 1.
Yeah, we've got a tough line judge over there. Very precise man. If you watch the replay here, you're going to see Grace Busher pick this thing up. She's zooming in as he goes in, and no, they got that one right. In his effort to dive, it looked like his right plant foot slipped a bit. That caused his knee to hit the surface. So,
and they're going to get it in that time. Sean McBride with the quarterback keeper in for the touchdown. So North Quincy will drive down the field and put another 6 points on the board.
Well, nice job by the Red Raiders. There's 8:10 to go, so they used about 3 minutes. That's what Coach Connor wanted to see, burning clock time. It's nice for boys to get the feel of the end zone, as McBride did there, but the points were less important than the time off the clock and just the continued solid execution by the Red Raiders, penalty-free play. Those are the things that Connor's going to be happy about. Dave Guerriero lines up with McBride as holder to kick the extra point.
All right, snap the hole, and the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right again. Just kind of push it to the right. But 32-0 is our score. And as you mentioned, Jim, a nice long drive. It was a 35-yard drive, and there was actually 4 minutes and 28 seconds. They took 2:50 off the clock here in the 4th quarter, but they started with 1:38 in the 3rd. So a 4-minute and 30-second drive for the Rays, again, pounding away at that clock.
Yeah, and one other thing I meant to mention, I may perhaps be repeating myself. I don't recall whether I mentioned it in the excitement of the play there, but earlier when the Red Raiders were kicking the extra point down this end to our left, I didn't notice it on this particular play, but I saw number 42 out there, Terrence Sibley, on special teams. The guy's a special teams player. He can hardly walk. But they called the the point after, field goal unit. Sibley's got the left side, and he went out there and he took the left side and held his block. You recall that I think the kick was blocked, and it was picked up by a Nauset guy, and he was tackled by Sibley. So a lot of the guys in this senior class for the Red Raiders, they're part of a transition in the program with the new coach, Coach Connor. They're talking discipline. They're talking some new lingo here as far as offensive series and whatnot. But these seniors showing great leadership, John, in many different ways on the field. Here's the kick.
Nick Lawless kicks it off for the Red Raiders, and Noss is going to bring the ball up, and they're going to go back to the 39-yard line. So it looks like we might see some different numbers and different faces in the game now here, Jim, for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, you're right. We're seeing some new guys come in, which is nice for the Red Raiders. This is a rare opportunity. They're going to have some of the guys get out there and see some time who might not otherwise. You know that Coach Connor would love to preserve this shutout here. They're at home in Quincy, their home field. He'd love to make sure that they keep that 0 on the scoreboard, so he'll mix people in discreetly. But we are going to see some new numbers, and we'll talk about them as we can. Got a new quarterback for Nauset.
Yeah, number 4, Mike Quill is in that quarterback now. We've seen Quill throughout the game, and he's going to hand it off to number 22. Yeah, number 22, unfortunately, we don't have him on our roster for Nauset.
Yeah, I think Matt got it right. Connor Seymour just really got his bell rung on that hit by Matos, and he was not the same kid after that. That just took the legs right out from under the Nauset offense. They did not do anything after that hit by Matos, and that really changed the whole tenor of the game. So nice job on the option there. A nice pitch on the outside here.
Big hit there by number 11, Dennis Martin for North Quincy. And he put the ball carrier, looks like it was number 22, down immediately. And watch the replay, Jim, on this hit.
Yeah, watch number 11 here. Get outside. You're going to see him come from the left side of your screen. And watch this hit here on the running back. Bam, right into the shoulder. I'll tell you, these boys are doing some great tackling, John. You see the helmets going right into the numbers of the other players. And when kids get hit, they're staying hit and staying down. Nice tackling by the Red Raiders. We talked about it earlier. They're being coached well, taught appropriately, and they're executing tonight. 3rd
down and 10 on that play.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag here.
Yeah, too many men on the field for North Quincy trying to get off. Lamont Toombs couldn't get off in time, and it looked like there was a little confusion as to who was supposed to be on and off, and he was trying to run off as the 12th man. Pass goes incomplete.
Yeah, Lamont, a sophomore. He's one of the guys, as we said, they're trying to mix some bodies in. Lamont's one of them. And I think when he came in, he did not yell loudly enough as to who was supposed to get off the field.
I have illegal participation. North Quincy, 15 yards, 1st down.
Well, that's a big penalty against North Quincy, a 15-yard penalty for illegal participation.
I'll tell you, you've got to love the MIAA, John. Illegal participation. That's interesting. I think in the NFL and in college, that's a 5-yarder, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is. I mean, it's just too many men on the field at that point in time. But so a 15-yard penalty for having a 12th man on the field. And so that gives Nauset a 1st down. Ball is now at the North Quincy 46-yard line. Number 4, Mike Quill, the new quarterback in for the Warriors. I formation. Man in motion. And it's going to pass up the middle and incomplete. But there for the hit was number 27 from North Quincy, Zach Deegan.
Yeah, nice job by Deegan, a junior. He came right up and stuck that guy. I didn't get the number for Nauset, But if you watch this replay, Zach's given away about 40 pounds, but he puts a solid hit here. And watch that, bang. Great stick by Deegan. Breaks up the pass, and Nauset goes 2nd and 10 here.
I think that pass was intended for Andrew Leandre.
officially remaining in the ballgame.
So 2nd down and 10 now for Nauset. Ball still at the 46. 6:29 left to go in the game. North Quincy on top by a score of 32-0.
Yeah, John Leandre is 6'3", 224, and Zach Deegan just lit him up. Great hit by Deegan.
Enough number 22 for the Warriors, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard, Jim, so bring up now a 3rd down and 9 from the 45.
Yeah, real solid play out there by the Red Raiders. Some of the new guys we're seeing out there, you see number 60, Eric Adler, over on the right side here. And
looks like coming off the field is Dave Guerriero. We got a round of applause from the stands here as he did.
yeah, it's just a phenomenal evening for Guerriero. I see number 58, Nick Brown, out there. He's tucked in. They're going with 4 down linemen here. And then, actually, no, I beg your pardon, there's only 3. So Nick Brown's going to be over the ball, and we'll get the number of the guy over on the Red Raider left side in a moment.
Number 22, the left corner, Chris Baker for North Quincy. Quill back to pass, looking downfield, has a man, and it's intercepted by North Quincy. Crossing the 40-yard line, and now to the 45, number 27, Zach Deegan, a man who we just talked about. And nice interception and return for Deegan.
All right, Deegan, only a junior, and he's back there in the safety position. He's sticking people, and there he stepped in and picked off the pass. Watch this replay. Great timing by Deegan. The ball's going to be floated over the middle, and watch 27 step in, and off he goes.
So
Great
nice
job by Zach Deacon.
Yeah, certainly a nice job on the return there as well, Jim. Get up to the 45-yard line for the North Quincy side of the ball.
Yeah, and you see him wrap up the ball with 2 hands when the hits came. So with 5:21 to go, the Red Raider defense with a big turnover as Nauset was trying to move down the field. The Red Raider offense is going to take over here and try to burn this clock down and preserve the shutout. It's 32-0 Red Raiders. I think we're looking at the Red Raiders heading home tonight, heading north from Veterans Stadium with the win. The question here is whether they can preserve the shutout. So the offense, they turn over, the defense turns over this shutout to the offense, and it's going to be up to the ground game of the Red Raiders to grind it out and run this clock down. All new people, all new numbers out there, beginning with number 15, Mario Dashi, the sophomore quarterback, John.
Yeah, we talked about Dashi in the last game we were here against Plymouth North versus North Quincy, and he had an outstanding fourth quarter. He's going to pitch it now to Lamont Toombs over to the left side, and Toombs is going to have a loss of yard on the play, and it's going to be a loss of 4, Jim.
Yeah, Lamont only a sophomore, but a very talented athlete, John. You recall that he was out there defensively. In fact, he was the one who picked up the 15-yard illegal participation penalty. He was out there on defense. He's out there offensively, too. He's one of the talented athletes in this program that Coach Connor is looking forward to having the next few years. He's in the backfield with his first run.
All right, handoff to number 42. That's Terrell Sibley. Excuse me, number 43. 43 is Terrell Staley on the carry.
Yeah, Terrence Staley is a sophomore. He's 43, and Terrence Sibley, 42, a junior. So 2 guys who are going to be back next year as well. The offense is going backwards, but at least they're running the clock down, John. So to that extent, we can say mission accomplished. But little tentative first few steps by Staley there when he took the handoff. And frankly, he really didn't have anywhere to go in any event as the blocking broke down on that play. But a nice job by Dashi of using the clock here. We're down under 4 minutes.
Fumble on the play, and North Quincy will recover the ball. We'll see as the pile gets off who's able to jump on top of it. And it looks like it was number 54 for North Quincy, Jesse Scomile.
Well, that group moved the ball 15 yards there when they were out there, John, but unfortunately it was in the wrong direction. But as I said, the key is that they burn the clock. A great job by Dashi of using time. There were no quick steps. He used all the time he could, and the clock is ticking down now to 3 minutes as the Red Raiders punt the ball away. So the boys did not do what they probably hoped for, but they did burn the clock and no turnovers.
Dennis Martin in the game to punt it away for the Red Raiders. And nice punt by Martin. And fumble on the play. And it looks like it's going to be recovered by North Quincy. And the ball we whistled dead. When it is a fair catch called and it is muffed, it is where the ball is recovered by North Quincy.
Yeah, but Dave Thompson is down, and this is upsetting here. Dave Thompson he caught his foot in the turf, and he wrenched either his knee but he is down, and he's the type of young man. Well, it looks like it might be a cramp the way that the players are reacting there. Dave is one tough hombre. We mentioned earlier when he got popped in the first half, he got right up, tossed the ball very calmly to the official. He made a point of doing that and then came over to the sidelines. There, as he approached the end zone, he heard the whistle. He was turning to look back, and he caught his foot in the turf. All right, if you want to watch the replay here, the key here is watch Matos and Thompson. Thompson, again, first guy down the field. He pops the back there. Matos there to finish him off. Now watch Thompson as he heads to the end zone. You're going to see his foot catch in the turf as he turns. There it is. It was his left foot. And I don't know. I'm hopeful that it's a cramp. We'll see what they say.
All right, Jim, well, there is exactly 3 minutes left to go here in the game. North Quincy on top, 32-0. The trainer and coach are out there now for North Quincy attending to number 24, Dave Thompson.
Yeah, this would be a real shame if there's anything serious here. You hate to see anyone get hurt, period. We talked about Sibley. Terrence Sibley had a real problem in the first half getting off the field. He picked up about 120 yards tonight, and his night ended due to an injury. Dave Thompson has done nothing but hustle tonight. He's been the first guy down on kickoffs, first guy down on punts, and we're going to have to hope that his left knee, whatever the injury is, whether it's a twist, a cramp, or whatever, that he's going to be okay. This should end his outing tonight, but what an outing it's been.
All right, so hopefully Thompson is okay, and like you said, Jim, he's probably going to be done here for the night with North Quincy on top, 32-0. Clock is running now. We're at 2:40 left to go here in the game.
Again, with the new guys out on the field, the Red Raiders are having, there's a little sideline confusion here. That's one of the issues the new coaching staff is working on, trying to get a little more. We noticed that in the opening game. It's a little confused on the sideline. And got a flag here on the play. It looks like this one's going to go against the Red Raiders.
So personal foul on North Quincy. Carry there was by number 44, Dave White. And it was a nice run by White. However, the penalty is going to negate it down to the field for the call.
Personal foul, late hit, North Quincy.
So it was a nice run there by Dave White. However, a late hit, a late block, apparently by the Red Raiders, is going to send that ball 15 yards back.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that that's something that Coach Connor's not going to be pleased with at all. You don't want to see personal foul calls, especially at this juncture in a 32-0 game. This play is going to get all blown up here right away, too, on the handoff. In fairness, all the confusion here is just guys who don't normally see snaps in a varsity game. They're out there. Coaching staff trying to get the boys some time out on the field.
Tommy Dow, number 40, had the handoff on that play, and there was a little confusion between him and number 17, Mark Riley. They both went into the middle. Well, one of them should have gone to the other way there. So loss of yardage, on that play. We have a 3rd down and 25 to go. 1:23 left to go in the game. Mario Dashi, new quarterback in. He hands off to number 40, Tommy Dow again over to the left side. And they're going to lose a yard or two on that play as well, Jim. I guess, again, I get a little confusion between the two backs in the backfield.
Yeah, so this group moves the ball 16 yards. But again, the key is the clock. They ran the clock down. We're at 50 seconds. This game is essentially over. The Red Raiders are going to punt the ball, and I suspect that Nauset is not going to do anything with it.
Looks like Jim, they're actually going to go for it here.
Oh, they're going to take a knee? Yeah, they're going to take a knee and just turn it over here, given where the ball is located. I think both coaches understand that this game is over, so you're right. We're at 25 seconds.
And it looks like they are going to run an actual play here, Jim, not just take a knee.
You're right.
And it's a pitch now to the right. Tommy Dow has it again, and he'll be brought down. 13 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to let the clock continue to run. So that would be the last play here in the game. So North Quincy is going to win this game, Jim, by a score of 32-0, and a great victory here for the Red Raiders here at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Oh, yeah, great win for the Red Raiders. Grace Busher turns her camera to the 50-yard line. You're going to see the teams come out and shake hands. And that's a gleeful bunch of red shirts here. A lot of happiness on the sidelines as well. You see the cheerleaders getting in line behind the players. So the entire program very delighted with this win tonight. It was a first-class effort, John, and the boys and the coaching staff really deserved a win tonight. They fought hard. They played very disciplined, and this is a great outcome.
All right, we're going to send it down to Matt McLaughlin for his highlights of the game. Matt, take it away.
There is no one more happy right now than Jim Connor, the head coach of North Quincy High School, receives his first win as a coach. They defeat Nauset 32-0 here, and it's a great game, really uplifting the spirits of the Red Raiders. And the play of the game for me, guys, is Dave Guerrero, getting it done in all aspects of the game, whether it's special teams, offense, or defense. And I'm pretty sure if I gave him this microphone, he could have done some play-by-play for you, too.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, good. I don't know if he has Belichickian answers in his repertoire, but I think you're right about that, Matt. Great job on the sideline tonight for us.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, thanks, Matt. Real quick, we're going to run down the scoring recap of the game here. North Quincy got on the board early in the first quarter, and with 8:51 left to go in the first quarter, North Quincy got the ball at their own 31-yard line, and Terrence Sibley on the first play from the scrimmage had a 69-yard touchdown run, Jim. And North Quincy's point after was good by Dave Guerrero, 7-0 North Quincy. Later on in the first quarter, North Quincy got the ball back at their own 20. And in the second quarter, as they ran down the clock, it was a 2-yard touchdown run by Dave Guerrero, and the PAT was no good. It's 13-0 North Quincy on a long drive, an 80-yard drive. Jim, why don't we... Yeah,
I'd just like to have Grace Busher pick up what's going on here if she could. Pan a bit.
To the right. They got
a couple of the young men have got... You see the young boys over there on the right.
Top
one of them with
corner.
a hooded.
Yeah.
They've got the bottle of water, and I think they're going to christen Coach Connor.
Zoom in a little bit more on the right-hand side there. Yep, keep on going to the right. There we go.
There it is. The gentleman with the black jacket on is the protection.
To the left,
There they go. And Coach Connor gets his first bath after his first win. So, nice job by the young men. I'm sure he's delighted to be freezing right now. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt there, but go ahead, John. Thank you, Grace. Good job.
Well worth the interruption. So it was 13-0 North Quincy, and that was the score at the half as well. North Quincy got the ball first in the second half, and they got the ball on their own 33-yard line, and 67 yards in 3 minutes and 47 seconds later. It was a 22-yard touchdown pass from Sean McBride to Dave Guerrero. 20-0 was the score after the PAT. Also in the third quarter, North Quincy got the ball, and it was a 39-yard pass from Dave Guerrero. And it was a big, huge play by Guerrero. He also had a 12-yard run on the play, and it was finished off by Danny Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. The PAT was blocked, 26-0. Finally, in the fourth quarter, North Quincy had the ball, and there was a 1-yard touchdown run after a long drive by North Quincy to make it 32-0, with the PAT was no good. 32-0 is our score, Jim. And one of the stories of this game, turnovers, Nauset 4, North Quincy 0.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the thing I'm most impressed by is the development in these young men. That was a disciplined, executing football squad tonight. They really, really look good. You can see the hard work and the coaching paying off, and you can see this program turning the corner. A win like this is very important, John, because it comes at a critical juncture. Boys have been working hard, as we said, for 8 to 10 weeks. They got a little payback for all that hard work. They see that when they go out there and put forth the effort, as guys like Thompson and Guerriero and Sibley and Sean McBride, and then the guys in the line that Matt was talking about, the linemen tonight for the Red Raiders that we never talk about, R.J. Barden, Paul Mason, Steve Matos, all these names. Those guys have been working hard all season. And a win like this tonight is going to help carry them to Thanksgiving. It's just what Coach Connor wanted to see. It's what you want to see your program produce at this point. And a lot of smiles wearing red shirts tonight, John.
All right, Jim. North Quincy with the win improves to 1-6 on the season, 1-4 in the Atlantic Coast League. Noss is going to drop to 0-6, 0-5 in the Atlantic Coast League. North Quincy's next game will be October 27th at Marshfield, so a tough game for North Quincy. Nauset next week on the October 27th faces off against Quincy High School in Nauset. So again, the final score of 32-0 here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Real quick, we want to run down our crew who had a tough setup, Jim, and it was a tough game. It was cold, it was windy, it was raining in the beginning. So congratulations and a good job on camera and doing a good job as always. Grace Busher on replay, Bill Early on audio, Glenn Busher on graphics, John Mercurio on our engineer, Chris Potter, our director, George Capadonna, and our executive producer, Betty Campbell. So a great job to all our crew, and we appreciate you coming out on this rainy and cool, windy night here in Quincy for a high school football game. So again, 32-0 is our score. We want to thank all of you for watching. If you want to wonder when this game is going to be replayed on Quincy Access Television, log on to our website at www.qatv.org. For Matt McLaughlin down on the field, Jim Timmons, my name is Jonathan Caleri. North Quincy, first win of the season, 32-0. Thanks for watching QATV Sports.